as long as there have been computers, there have been people finding ways to and disrupt them. It was really astonishing because it gave us an insight into the inner workings of Chinese cybersecurity.
An ongoing Chinese hack.
Investigating a Chinese hack
of major telecommunications companies.
Cyber espionage. But the growth and intensity of China's cybersecurity industry, including its hacking, has taken the world by surprise.
Imagine a war fought not with bullets and bombs, but with lines of code, keystrokes, and the silent, invisible infiltration of your most critical systems. A war where the battlefield is the digital realm, and the prize is information, technology, and even national security. This isn't science fiction, it's the reality of modern cyber conflict, and one nation, in particular, is building an army unlike any other. Get ready to discover how China is forging its digital sword, why their strategy is so uniquely potent, and why you should be paying attention to the intricate details of their approach. For decades, military power was traditionally measured by the size of armies, the strength of navies, and the sophistication of air forces. But in the 21st century, the very definition of power has undergone a radical transformation. A new metric has emerged, cyber capability, and it's rapidly becoming the most critical frontier in geopolitical competition. When it comes to the race for digital dominance, China is not just competing. It's aggressively innovating, consolidating, and mobilizing resources on a scale that truly redefines the concept of a cyber army. This isn't about a handful of isolated, rogue hackers. While those certainly exist, China's approach is far more pervasive, systemic, and strategically integrated into its national security framework. It's a multifaceted strategy that leverages everything from highly specialized state-sponsored military units and intelligence agencies to cultivating patriotic civilian hackers and blurring the lines between commercial entities and national strategic objectives. Let's break down these critical components. At the very core of China's state-sponsored cyber efforts lies the People's Liberation Army, PLA. For years, the PLA has been undergoing a massive modernization effort, shifting its focus from traditional land-based warfare to what they term informatized warfare. This concept places cyber capabilities, electronic warfare, and information dominance at the forefront of military strategy. Within the PLA, specialized units have been identified and extensively documented by cybersecurity firms, intelligence agencies, and government reports from around the world. These units are not merely defensive. They are highly offensive and are tasked with a range of operations, from strategic intelligence gathering to direct network attacks. Perhaps the most famous, or infamous, example is Unit 61398, a military unit believed to be headquartered in an unassuming 12-story building in Shanghai. This unit gained significant international notoriety when, in 2013, the cybersecurity firm Mandiant publicly linked it to numerous sophisticated cyber attacks targeting Western governments and corporations. Targeted espionage. These attacks weren't random acts of vandalism. They were highly targeted operations aimed at specific industries, e.g., aerospace, defense contractors, energy, telecommunications, and government agencies. The primary goal was intellectual property theft and strategic espionage. This involved pilfering blueprints for advanced weapons systems, proprietary research and development data, sensitive economic plans, and even negotiating positions for international trade deals. The objective is to shorten China's own R&D cycles and gain a competitive edge. Advanced Persistent Threats, APT's Chinese state-sponsored groups are often referred to as APT groups, Advanced Persistent Threats, because they demonstrate a high level of sophistication, stealth, and determination. They don't just hit and run. They establish long-term footholds within target networks, often remaining undetected for months or even years, continuously exfiltrating valuable data. Military intelligence and strategic advantage. Beyond economic espionage, PLA cyber units are deeply involved in gathering military intelligence. This includes mapping critical infrastructure in adversary nations, understanding command and control systems, and identifying vulnerabilities that could be exploited in a crisis or conflict scenario. The aim is to gain a decisive advantage in any potential future conflict. What truly sets China's cyber strategy apart and makes it so uniquely potent is its civil-military fusion, CMF, Doctrine. This isn't just a theoretical concept or a suggestion. It's a deeply ingrained national policy enshrined in law and actively promoted at all levels of government and industry. The CMF strategy aims to integrate civilian technological innovation and expertise with military development, effectively blurring the lines between the two sectors. In the context of cyber warfare, this has profound implications. China's massive population and booming tech sector produce an enormous number of highly skilled computer science graduates, cybersecurity experts, and brilliant engineers every year. The CMF doctrine allows the state to tap into this vast talent pool, drawing individuals into military units, state-owned enterprises, or even private companies that operate under implicit or explicit state direction. Leading universities and cutting-edge tech companies are encouraged, and sometimes legally obligated, to share their research and development with military institutions. This means breakthroughs in artificial intelligence, quantum computing, network security, and offensive cyber tools can rapidly transition from academic labs to military applications. This accelerates the development of new cyber weapons and defensive capabilities. Beyond direct state control, there's a strong culture of patriotic hacking in China. Independent hacking groups, driven by nationalist sentiment, sometimes engage in cyber activities that align with state interests. While not directly commanded, their actions can serve as deniable proxies or contribute to a broader environment of cyber activity. These groups might target entities perceived as hostile to China, providing a useful, albeit often uncontrolled, adjunct to official operations. Private tech companies, especially those dealing with vast amounts of user data, can be compelled by law to share information with intelligence agencies. This creates an unparalleled reservoir of data that can be used for identifying targets, mapping networks, and understanding social dynamics relevant to cyber operations. China's cyber capabilities extend significantly beyond espionage and intellectual property theft. They are also deeply engaged in sophisticated information warfare, aiming to control narratives, influence public opinion, and silence dissent, both domestically and internationally. This is a powerful cyber weapon that has been used to launch distributed denial of service, DDoS, attacks on a massive scale. Unlike typical DDoS attacks, the Great Cannon reportedly hijacks internet traffic intended for legitimate Chinese websites, like Baidu, when it passes through Chinese internet infrastructure. It then weaponizes this traffic, redirecting it to overwhelm target websites with a flood of malicious data, effectively taking them offline. This tool has been notably used against platforms like GitHub, which hosted anti-censorship tools, and websites critical of the Chinese government. It's a stark demonstration of China's willingness to control information flow and silence perceived threats beyond its own borders. Beyond direct attacks, China actively engages in sophisticated disinformation campaigns across various social media platforms. These campaigns aim to shape international perceptions, promote state narratives, sow discord in adversary nations, and counter negative reporting about China. This often involves creating fake accounts, amplifying specific messages, and strategically inserting propaganda into online discussions. Domestically, China operates the Great Firewall, a vast and sophisticated system of internet censorship and surveillance. This controls what information Chinese citizens can access, blocks foreign websites and platforms deemed undesirable, and monitors online activity. While primarily defensive for domestic control, the underlying technologies and expertise gained from maintaining the Great Firewall undoubtedly contribute to offensive cyber capabilities. The implications of this burgeoning and integrated cyber army are profound and far-reaching, touching every aspect of global society. It means a constant and evolving threat of sophisticated intellectual property theft, corporate espionage, and supply chain attacks. Companies must invest heavily in cybersecurity, understanding that their innovations are highly sought-after targets. The competitive landscape is fundamentally altered when one nation can steal R&D rather than invest in it. It poses a direct and existential challenge to national security, critical infrastructure, power grids, water systems, financial networks, and democratic processes. Cyber attacks can disrupt elections, compromise defense systems, and undermine public trust. The ability to conduct cyber operations against an adversary's critical infrastructure without firing a single shot offers a powerful and potentially destabilizing tool in international relations. It highlights the increasingly fragile nature of digital privacy and security in an interconnected world. Personal data can be compromised, and the information you consume can be manipulated by sophisticated disinformation campaigns. It underscores the importance of digital literacy and critical thinking in evaluating online content. The ambiguity of cyber attacks, who launched them, what their true intent was, and how to attribute them definitively, creates significant risks of miscalculation and escalation. A cyber attack that takes down a power grid, for example. China's development of its cyber army represents a strategic pivot in global power dynamics. It's a testament to their long-term vision and commitment to becoming a dominant force not just in the physical world, but in the equally critical digital one. Understanding this complex and evolving threat is the first step in building effective defenses and shaping a secure future. The digital landscape is changing at an unprecedented pace, and understanding these monumental shifts is more crucial than ever for everyone, from individuals to global leaders. What are your thoughts on China's comprehensive cyber strategy? Do you believe these actions constitute a new form of warfare? And how do you think nations should respond? Share your insights and perspectives in the comments section below. We're eager to hear your voice and read every single comment. If you found this expanded deep dive insightful and thought-provoking, please take a moment to give this article a huge like, share it widely with your friends, family, and on all your social media platforms. And most importantly, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next in-depth analysis of the stories that truly shape our world. Your engagement and support empower us to continue bringing you this vital content.